Mm, 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 mm. All right. Oops, almost messed that up. What's up, peeps? See y'all pulling up, pulling in. Close that out. What's going on with y'all? Mo Mob in the building. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer Rivas. How are you, ma'am? Jenna Fine in here. You reek of ass. That is a name if I've ever heard one.
Damn. That's how we doing it?
Yeah, Legend Beckham, what's going on? Hippie Goes, Adriana, Yitty. You know what I'm saying? What you was just eating, Tony?
Cereal.
Okay. What kind of cereal?
Kashi, the Island Vanilla joint.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. It's like oats, granola oats and stuff like that, or
It's
what?
like vanilla and wheat.
If I've ever heard one. Okay. Turn your mic down, man. What are you doing, bro?
You still here?
Nah, it's good now.
Okay.
What else we got on? I was supposed to hear. FlyGod. They keep saying I look like Westside Gunn. I don't really see it.
I mean, if you had to portray him in a sketch, you could pull it off.
Oh yeah.
But it's not like y'all look alike.
Yeah. I can see it if I was trying to look like him. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. But he looks more like he looked like somebody. Kind of look like Pimp C a little bit.
I can see that for sure. Steven Ogon, what's up, brother? I've been missing you on the Zooming with the homies, man. You might have been there, but I want you to inbox me, man, on Instagram. I got something for you, man. So make sure you do that, bro. Appreciate you. They say I'm Westside Gunn's twin. It was fun that one time we were on set and I made that video about him, though. That was a good time. So we waiting on Josh. He was just coming from Kev on Stage Studios. Took him like an hour to get home. Tony, you listened to anything new that came out?
I listened to Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
I wasn't impressed.
You know what? It's. I think it's a younger thing.
Yeah.
Because I listen to him too. Like he definitely has a unique voice. The flow for me, yeah. You don't hear a lot of people with that voice. A lot of people actually are more high pitched now.
That's true.
The auto tune and all of that now. So him using his regular voice, I thought I gave him points for that. But I'm not a huge fan of the flow. I always feel like it's off like one measure or one beat a little bit sometimes. There were a couple songs that stood out to me. I like the track actually with him and Future and.
No, Future, huh?
Hey man, I just said I like the track, bro. Relax. You know what I'm saying? What was it? Snitching. The track with him, Quavo, and Future. That track was actually pretty solid. I like that one. Also, Lil Wayne came out with a new project, FWA. I haven't listened to it yet. Lil Wayne just dropped a new project. It's got 13 tracks on it. He has Wiz Khalifa, Jeezy, Corey Guns, a couple others on there. So I literally just logged on and saw that that's available right now too. So Gucci Man presents So Icy Summer. I don't know exactly what that's all about, but I'll give it a listen.
Gucci Man come out with an album every month.
I feel like I'm not gonna hear nothing new on that Gucci Man project. I feel like it's nothing new at all. Nothing at all.
He made many albums, man.
Toro Waimoa, it just dropped a new album. Joy, I like Toro. I'm a fan of his albums. I love the Boo Boo Project. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. Matter of fact, let me add that to it now. If you're not hip, or Toro, man, get hip on him. Super dope artist, right there. It's like it's just.
Somebody said FWA been out since 2015.
Really? Maybe it was a mixtape that they just like made into an album or something like that. I don't know.
Man.
Joshy Guns, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Just got back from the office.
There's a little push to get home?
Bruh, for no reason. Actually, mad people are probably still celebrating 4th of July, and I think that's the thing.
Yeah,
But
they ain't
I
really about
forgot the
that.
4th is tomorrow. I forgot all about it.
yeah, bro, I crossed that off. That's done here.
That's
But
a dub over here, my boy. We ain't rocking with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
We off for the 4th of July, man.
Well, this album has what's it, 13 or 14 tracks? 14 tracks. So we're not gonna waste a whole lot of time up top. We're gonna jump right into this as soon as Tony comes back. I'm a fan of Westside Gunn. I'm a fan of the whole movement that they got going on, bringing that rawness back to hip hop. It ain't all about the flash and the flaunty. It's very gritty, and I'm looking forward to this album, man. I don't know what project really interests me or what song interests me the most. I think that's, let me see. Yeah, a lot of the names on here I'm not familiar with, except for like maybe Bodie Jones.
I kind of rock with that. I'm kind of excited about that, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it, man. So we're gonna jump right into this. As soon as Tony sits down, he lets us know we're ready.
I'm ready.
Because like I said, we do have 14 tracks, but the album is only 33 minutes, so it's not too much of a hard listen or a long listen. But we're gonna jump right into this. Shout out to the whole Griselda fam. Let's go ahead and get the first track started. It's called Praise God. It's just an intro. This one probably isn't that long, but we're gonna get it going in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Peace to the gods.
Yo, that was an actual
Legend.
timeshare
Yeah.
presentation.
You don't get a lot of those anymore.
Nah.
That was a seminar.
Yeah. I don't even feel like it's fair to rate that one. Because it's just, I like the beat. The beat was solid. I would have loved to hear him rap off of that. But I don't know, really feel like, we need to rate that. I feel like we could kind of just jump right into the next track if y'all are good with that.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. Next track is Michael Irvin. We starting that in 3, 2, 1. What y'all think? Boom, 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 boom.
You know you gotta have that noise on the Griselda track.
Oh yeah.
They gotta throw that in there.
You still on mute, Josh. You still on mute.
Sorry,
All right, now
guys.
do it again. Do it again.
It's not gonna hit. It's gone. The timing's gone. The moment's gone. I was gonna say they're probably all in the booth and the mic like this. Do. That's it. That's all I had.
It was I felt like it was it's what we kind of expect from Westside. The lyrics were there. Flyer at the flyer. You ever try to cook up a brick in the air fryer? That's just crazy. That's this battle rap lyrics at its finest. Just the most ridiculous thing. Like nobody would ever actually try to cook crack in the air fryer. But it just was like, man, that is hard times. That's desperate measures that you have to go that route. And it's kind of what I expect from this album. You know, just ludicrous and ridiculous drug references. Super gritty still. I did like the track. Like it was like an old tape or old record player, kind of like has that warped sound to it. Mm-hmm. I felt like it had that, and you know, I'm a fan of the nostalgia of the old school record player, so I like that. But it was nothing that extremely wowed me. I'll say that.
Nah,
I think you hit the nail on the head with you really feel that grittiness. You feel like where he's at with the air fryer reference is crazy because I've been actually looking to get an air fryer for a minute, so that actually just reminded me. But yeah, man, you definitely hear that sound too. It's kind of that whole Griselda vibe to it. But man, I feel like Westside Gunn is just rapping on the mic like this, like just angry Arthur. I rock with it, but I mean, I didn't like take anything away from it. It's not for me, you know, type of song at least. But I'm not gonna jump right back at it. It was cool though.
I feel that. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this cord from underneath this box so I can make sure that the iPod stays connected. It's an old iPod, man. This joint is.
No, you're good. Does it have the wide charger?
Nah, it doesn't have the wide charger, but it's one of the ones like the battery just ain't what it used to be. So like every time I got to do something extra with it, it's a nuisance. So got to get a better situation than this, but it is what it is for now. Jumping right into it, man. I'd give it a 3 out of 5. You know, like it was solid. It did what it was supposed to do as a track on this album, but it did not wow me at all. Definitely no wow factor associated with it for me per se. What about you guys?
I think you're a little gracious, man. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was awesome on a rap tip. He was rapping.
Mm-hmm.
But I was waiting for something more to happen.
I'm gonna have to give it I'll probably give it like a 2.5. I'm leaning towards it's like a hard 2.5. Could be a limp 3. The beat just didn't, wow me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not itching to, play that song again. But he was rapping though. It was gritty, but it was just like, all right, I heard it. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool.
And
that skit at the end too, man. I thought an ad came up. I was like, I definitely pay for this service. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I cut it off before I got to that. I don't need to hear all this, man. I don't need to hear all that. Marie gave it a 3.8. I think that's very gracious. Kristen gave it a 2.5, 3-ish. What else? Somebody else gave it a 3. Janasia gave it a 3. Janine Johnson gave it a 3.5. Really? Wow. Okay, and yeah, that's gracious. Well, let's keep it moving, man. Jennifer gave it a 5. 2 stars. 2 stars out of 5. I was about to say Jennifer. I know you did not. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this next track. It's Jose Canseco featuring Steve God Cooks. This is track 3, and we're gonna get it started in 3, 2, 1. What y'all think, man?
I like that sample, man.
I liked it too. I saw some people in the comments, they were saying that the background, the sample was too loud, it's distracting, but I liked it, man. I feel like it keeps with the theme of who Griselda Jones Griselda is, like that whole movement of gritty, hard, rap it over samples, like when they used to do it off the tapes. Like, I like that. I didn't think it was too much, and I like that the beat never dropped. I like that loop. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I enjoyed that track a lot more than the first one, and I like the guest feature too. So, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was cool. I definitely like that one more than the last song. I see what people were saying about maybe the sample being too loud, but I feel like that was the only melody in the song. So it kind of I enjoyed it where it was at. You know, it kind of served as if there were a chorus, that would have been it.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of kept me listening more in that little pocket that they were rapping in. But yeah, man, I would probably give that one a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5 on my end. Hard, bold print 3.5. Solid.
I give it a 3.5 as well. I feel like I feel like it was exactly what we want from this album. Like, we want to hear that real. I think we got enough artists to go to hear the flamboyant rap, the luxurious rap. You know, not to say they don't ever mix that in. They sprinkle it here and there, but I think this is just like real street talk. And somebody said that they don't understand the ad libs. And I think the ad libs are just like reflective of the life that they live and the life that they're rapping about. Like, there's a lot of gunshots going off, and you know, at any given moment, it could be do 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 do. So I think that's what the ad libs represent. I don't think you should look too much into it, and it's catchy. That boom boom boom, and the gunshots is hella catchy. So I rock with it, man. I get that one a 3.5 myself as well. Y'all ready to move on?
Yeah, man, let's keep it going.
All right, one more hit is the next track, and this one's featuring Stove God Cooks. That's a weird name, Stove God. The Stove God. We know if you on the stove, you're cooking. I feel like the cook was just extra. That was just
maybe the fact that he added Cooks is like, I'm still with it. You know, like maybe he's on Instacart. He might be on Postmates. I don't know if he's trying to promote his business.
Maybe his last name is Cooks.
It could be it too. All right, we're gonna jump right into this track in 3, 2, 1.
I'm back in
Grits.
now.
Yo,
I'm back in now.
Grits.
that was right up my alley right there.
Hit the plug, man. Hit the plug.
I like that one a lot.
Me too, man.
Talk about a good time.
It was like it just gave you. I feel like music has always been able to, the right music has always been able to transport you into a certain time, a moment, a feeling, or something like that. And in this moment, I feel like, like you really in that kitchen, you really weighing it up, cutting it up, cooking it up, bagging it up, all of that type of stuff. Even if that's not your background, like you felt like they were rapping from an authentic place. And I appreciate that, man, because that ain't for everybody. So to be able to bring somebody in with your words and the melody, the beat, and all of that, that is, I think it's super dope, man. I love the fact. I think Doc M said that something about like Westside Gunn's flow is just like, it's so luxurious with like with the dope game, like, and I feel like he would be in the kitchen cooking and cutting crack with like a Versace robe on, like just kind of like sliding across the floor with the do-rag on, and still got on all the chains and all of that, but like he still fly with it. So I think it's super dope, man.
With the mic right there, man. Y'all hear the stove come on before before Stove God Cook's verse? He's like, don't y'all forget, I'm really with this, man. He was actually I saw a video. He was actually rapping when they started. I'm just kidding, but man.
That's to let you know he was coming in. That's his ad lib.
That's dope.
Clicks, here he comes.
That's a fire.
Gitmo says Stove God's album Reasonable Drought is a low-key classic. I'm gonna have to check that out, Gitmo.
Me too.
I didn't know. Yeah, Reasonable Drought is a fantastic title for an album too.
Man,
that's great.
It's a great play on words, and it also lets you know exactly what you're about to get into when you listen to that album. You know it's gonna be a lot of dope and drug references.
Right.
I love it.
That was a good time, man. Honestly, I think I'm also excited about the song too, but I might give it a 4. I might give it a 4.
I'm definitely at a 4, Josh.
All right.
You're not in bad company. I'm definitely at a 4 with that one.
I'm definitely all up in the 4-piece. Fantastic Four, The Incredibles, all that.
I'm a fan, man. I feel like, and if this continues, this album is going to prove to be one of those albums that keeps getting better and better. I don't suspect that we're going to have a couple dips along the way because like we got 14 tracks, but it has progressively got better with each track. So I'm just hoping that it stays that way. And yeah, I'm ready to keep it going if y'all ready.
Let's get it.
All right, so next track is actually just it's an interlude. So do y'all want to do the interlude and just keep going to next track? All right, so we're listening to 2 tracks. We're gonna listen to the interlude, which is Sadhu interlude, and then we're gonna go right into Lil C's track. So we listen to the next 2, okay? Real quick, Brandon gave it a 4, Eric G gave it a 4, Christian Glenn gave it a 4 out of 5, Jennifer Rivas gave it a 4.5, Demario gave it a 4. Janine gave it a 4.5. Okay, Janine. Russell Wren gave it a 4.1. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, because we appreciate y'all feedback as well. So let's get it going. The next 2 tracks, we're going into Sadhu Interlude and Little C's in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, who is Armani Caesar?
Right.
I got
Hey.
questions.
She is a mix between Lil Kim and Nicki, like the young Nicki.
Young
I think
Nicki.
she's a mix of Lil Kim and Cool G Rap.
Oh, Cool G. You went there with it.
Cause she got
Wow.
that list.
Okay, I
Yeah.
get
I didn't hear Nicki at all. Turns out Armani Caesar follows me.
Of course. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, man.
First off, let me also say I don't know who that boy is. Somebody named that boy. He might have a different name on YouTube, but he hit me up. He said, "Yo, you said I could be on the show." But then he also requested $50. If you wanted to ask a question, I got Instagram and other platforms you can ask a question on instead of requesting $50 from your boy. Even if you were gonna request something, you could have came with the hot one. You came with the 50. I don't know if he's in here listening, but you wild as hell, my boy.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket like loose change.
He shot. He shot though. I mean,
hey, he shot at half court. It was blocked though. Armani was fire on that, man. I really like her. Looking forward to hearing more from her. And I feel like this album is simple as far as like the beats go. You ain't gonna get a whole lot of razzle dazzle, and I like that, man. I like that the lyrics can stand on their own, and that's really what you're saying when you put an album out like that. Like even with the Daniel Caesar track, not track, but the Daniel Caesar's first album, I felt like it wasn't a whole lot going on with the instrumentation. You have 3 or 4 instruments on there, but it was really his voice giving it to you. And I think that's why a lot of people appreciated the album. I feel like this is like the same thing. Like the lyrics are what's really holding this album up and driving it forward. So I'm a fan of what I'm hearing thus far.
I like that. I like that last track. I was like, yo, this is the Griselda sound that I was picturing in my head. It was like, it's gonna be tracks like this. And then Armani came in with the dope feature spot that elevated the track. I gotta give this one a soft 4.
really?
Soft 4 because it was just, I love how mellow the beat was while still being gritty with a dope feature. It wasn't as strong as the track before this, but these two back to back with the dope interlude sample in the in between. Okay, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I really like the setup to the Lil C's record. I was gonna make a Lil Caesar's joke, but after I heard the song, I was like, no, I like it. I'm not really gonna joke about it too much. But I love the interlude because it feels like we left the house. It feels like we're maybe driving or we're going a different direction from the first 4 songs of this album. And this is the first song that has some drums in it, man. And I feel like it picked up a little bit. It was still mellow, but I really liked Armani's verse. I'm interested to find out what else she has that might already be out. Like I want to go listen to more of her music too. But I'm also gonna give this one a hard 4. A hard 4. I know Tone said it like almost a flaccid 4, but I'm gonna go a solidified 4 for this one.
I agree. I'm right there with you, Josh. I'm a 4 on that one as well. I will say I love that interlude beat. I wish they had did something with it.
That bass line was crazy.
Oh yeah, that was funky, man.
Nice.
I was fucking with that completely, man. And the people in the comment, Mick gave it a 5. Phyllis OG gave it a 3.5. Lisa Smith gave it a 4. DS gave it a 4. Dietro gave it a 4. Janine gave it a 5. Travis gave it a 3.8. Yucca gave it a 4.5, and Damn gave it a 4.5 as well as Russell as well. Eric G gave it a 4, and Darren gave it a 3.5. Yeah, it was solid, man. Stephen Ocon gave it a 4 as well. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. This is what I'm feeling so far. So let's keep it going with the next track. Fuck the Police. This was a skit.
You know, I got something to say about these skits, man. I admire that they're separated from the songs, but I feel like there's still songs with some skit elements into it. So I mean, you gotta decide, Mr. Gunn. Like someone's gotta. Tone, he might be following you, bro. I don't know, but it was one or the other, man. Anyway, let's get this one started, man.
I can appreciate the best thing I appreciate from that is that they're separate. Like they're not making you listen to it at the end of a track and adding on another 45 seconds of nothingness to that track. Because most skits and interludes don't enhance the track. So I appreciate that they are completely separate. I will say that. But let's get it going with the next track. Actually, y'all want to keep it going into the next two because this one is a skit. So
Yeah.
we go Fuck the Police and Buffs both versus Wires.
What was that?
Buffs
Okay.
versus Wires.
Okay. I
Oh,
didn't know.
by the way, Josh, I forgot to tell you, kiss my ass. All right, so
Okay,
we're gonna
cool.
go to the next two tracks. We're gonna do Fuck the Police skit, and we're gonna do Buffs versus Wires.
Okay.
And we're getting it started in 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Sample selection's A1 for this entire. I mean, so far, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but sample selection's been pretty tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love the old dusty soul samples, man.
Hear the bacon grease.
Yes. I'm a fan. The crackle, the warped, you know.
See that thing turning, just
Final taste edges, all that.
I rock with that, man. That was fun. I love it. When Benny came on, I was like, oh yeah, this is now we're cooking.
Are we cooking crack though?
You
I'm
know
not.
we are.
I'm gonna be
You know
clear
we're
to say
cooking
that I am
crack.
not. I am not.
When you say now we cooking with Griselda, you gotta ask what
now we're cooking crack.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Got to make sure. You know what I mean?
I like it, man. I'm loving this whole movement right now, bringing that grittiness back to rap. I feel like it got too pretty. It got too pretty. Like guys was like tiptoeing in the club and
absolutely.
It got too flashy and all of that. And like and the thing that gets me about the pretty luxurious rap is like, if you were really about that life, you didn't really like bring a whole lot of attention to it. You might have had a chain or something like that, a nice car, but you wasn't like dressing in all the brightest colors or something like that, unless you had like a Coogee sweater. I feel like rappers got too showy with like talking about dope. How you moving all that dope and you got 45 people around you, every car got stupid big rims on it, you got a bag that's lime green, and it's just too much, man. I like when we going back with this raw grittiness, man. This is where it was.
Yeah, man, keep it simple. No drums, hard sample. Let's talk about cooking crack. You know, like what else? What else do you need? Am I right?
Break out the scales and the razor blades. Let's get the little baggies cut up. Let's go.
Let's get it, man. Get the
it's raw because like they ain't even cutting the top of the bag off. They right here with it, and that's how they bagging it up. I like the grittiness of it, man. It takes too long to cut all of you bagging it up. It's too much. And throw it in.
And then you get some in your teeth though. Then you kind of it's almost counterproductive because you lose some in the process.
Nah, you good.
So I hear. I don't know.
Nah, you tie it first, Josh. You bite it after the knot.
See, this is way beyond me, man. I don't.
You don't just bite it off when it's still open. You got to make sure you got enough, so you tie it first, Josh.
Oh, in a perfect world, yeah, but of course you're gonna lose some in the process. That's just
no, Josh. Not in a perfect world. In a regular world, you put it in the bag first. You tie a knot. Then you bite it off. Now that's
not what Frank Lucas did in American Gangster. I don't believe it.
Okay, well, Josh, everybody don't have the tubes. Okay, you're not doing like red tops over here. We talk about baggies, bro.
All right,
baggies, bro. You weigh it up. You because if you moving it like that, you don't cut that down yourself. You giving that to somebody else. They cut it down. You give them a little piece of it. When you got the blue tops, it's already chopped down. That's
all right, guys. All right, enough.
Shut up, Tony.
I was trying to get out of it, man. I was trying to get out of it.
You're from Chicago. Your uncles did it in front of you.
Lord Jesus.
Anyway,
another skit, man. Jeez. Keep going. Sorry.
That is another skit. All right, the skit I could have did without. I'm not gonna really rate that, but the song I given it a 4.2.
I'm giving this song 3.75.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this 4.25.
All right.
4.25 because Benny's verse was crazy.
Track so far is what you're saying.
Ah, damn it, Tone.
I'm just saying, if we're looking at the math.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Josh. Josh, this is a great song, man.
It's close though, and I think that's why I gave it a quarter. Because Lil C's was a little bop.
Lil C's was,
but Benny had a harder verse though. I feel like Armani just kind of took it by surprise.
Mm-hmm. Armani, she lifted up that track. It took it to the next level because we weren't expecting that from her. A lot of us weren't familiar with her, and I feel like Benny did the same thing with this track. Like you knew he was gonna come on, you knew he was gonna do what he did, but he represented on this track.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what a feature's supposed to do. A feature is supposed to enhance a track, man.
Right.
That's what they're supposed to do, and he did that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 4.25.
Okay.
Final answer. I don't need nothing from you, Baker.
Let's listen to the next two tracks. This one is a skit 2. So we're gonna go to Minister Mano. I wonder if they really got Mano on this one. And then we're gonna go right into Bubba Chuck, featuring Stove God Cooks again. I wonder if he's putting Cooks on because he got him on like 3-4 tracks.
That might be their boy.
That's how you do it, man. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Upstate. They're from upstate, right?
Buffalo. New York.
Yeah, they probably don't get a lot of representation, so I'm not mad if they're putting on their own as much.
Lisa Smith in the comments is ridiculous. She gave it a 4.254875996.
That's funny.
Gertrude T gave it a 3.7. Melissa gave it a 4. Ashley Monique gave it a 3.5. Janine gave it a 4.5. Amit gave it a 3.5. Vanessa gave it a 3.5. Paul Bell 4.5. Yoko gave it a 4. Jay 5K gave it a 4.2. Demario gave it a 4.5. Ike gave it a 3.5. So we all in the same range. Studgy gave it a 3.5. And Vajeco Fernandez gave it a 3.5 as well. Christian gave it a solid 4. Rashid gave it a 3. Wow, Rashid a 3? Okay. Jennifer Rivas gave it a 3.5 to a 4. So we are kind of all in the same area with that. So we're going to go to these next 2 tracks, the skit, and then we're going to finish up with Bubble Chuck, excuse me.
Hey, there it is.
There he is. Good
Hey,
old
man, I
Right
corrected
on
myself
time.
before y'all called it, so shut up.
Bubble check.
3, 2, 1.
Niggas ain't really cool.
What up, though?
Yeah.
Tony, did you like it? It had the horns in there.
It had the old school Billie Holiday Harlem Nights horns too.
Mm-hmm.
They dug deep in the sample crates for that horn.
I liked it.
Man, you can see the black and white footage, the Fred Astaire and the young Sammy Davis Jr. Cab Calloway horns.
The grittiness on the film from the projector.
Yeah, man, they ain't even had color yet. I like that one. It wasn't as strong as the last 3 tracks, but it was still a good ride. I like the sample. And I like Stove God again. He came through and delivered once again. So I'm gonna give that one a 3.5.
Okay.
I liked it. I didn't love it. Kind of how Tone was saying, it wasn't as strong as some of the previous ones. I like that little horn though, man. I'm a big avid supporter of a good sample and properly used samples. And I think I said this when we were talking about Alchemist and whatnot. I like when they're used tastefully, and even when they kind of like lead the forefront of a song. And I feel like they've been pretty much doing that consistently throughout this album. So I really like how this album sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm probably gonna give this one like a 3.5, a hard 3.5. Because I don't know if I would necessarily go back to that immediately. It's catchy, that little.
I like it. I would also be right there with you, Josh, with a 3.5, man. I think it was a solid song. It didn't take anything away from the album, but it didn't add anything to it. It was just it kept it on cruise control. You know what I mean? You're in a construction zone. You just want to stay in that same speed. You just hit that cruise control. That's what this did. It helped usher us into the next track, I feel like. So I think 3.5 is fair for that one. I think it's fair. I'm not mad at it at all, coming off of the last track anyway. We got a couple 3.5s in here. DSA, he gave it a 4.5. Tiki gave it a 3.7. Deshaun gave it a 3.75. Brandon gave it a 3.5. Dewan gave it a 3, actually. Michael gave it a spicy 5. Wow. All right. Who else? Yeah. He changed it from a hot 5 to a spicy 5. Okay. Lisa Smith gave it a very solid 4. Explicit gave it a 2.9. Jesus. Okay.
Jeez.
Hey, man,
Tough
you
crowd.
feel how you feel. I ain't mad
Tough
at
crowd.
it. Paul Bell gave it a 3.2. Brenda gave it a 3.75. And Nikki gave it a 4.5. Jennifer Reeves gave it a 3.25. People are saying that they get they hear Action Bronson in them. And I don't know. I guess they're talking about Westside Gunn. Maybe sounds like Action Bronson, but I don't think so. I think Action Bronson and GFK sound more like than Westside Gunn. And
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say vocally, but maybe cadence and like what they do over
the randomness.
Similar style like beat selections too. Yeah, like that randomness, but still like it still sounds like it's from a genuine place.
Yeah. I like the randomness of Westside Gunn and Action Bronson. I like the fact that you don't know where the song is gonna go. It can have a title, but that doesn't mean that's exactly what that song is gonna reflect. I really like that.
Bronson.
You say what?
I'm a fan of Action Bronson. When he came to Ghostface Killer disrespectfully, I kind of faded off of him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I came back around because I think they squashed it since then. But I don't play around when it comes to Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's because Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Exactly. And Ghostface Killer to me has the best resume out of the Wu-Tang.
I'll take that. I'll buy that. No receipt. All right, well, let's get into this next track, man. Another interlude. So we're gonna go right into this next interlude, settled in interlude 2, and we're gonna go right into Drive by Love right after that. So we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. All right, then.
Ooh,
It got kind of graphic toward the end, didn't
very
it?
graphic, real freaky deaky, man, real freaky deaky.
It turned to a Terry McMillan book toward the end of it. It was 50 Shades of Rap. 50 Shades of Crack at the end of that track. Oh.
And it was like a little spoken word piece in there by Miss Plum, you know?
Mm-hmm. Somebody said he wasn't feeling her voice, and they gave it a 1.5 because he wasn't feeling her voice. Damn, Kirill. That's a hard game, man. That's a hard game. What y'all think, man? How y'all feel about the track?
I like that joint. The little joint before the little interlude, I was like, it was noisy. But this one, I like to change the pace. I was like, oh, this is smooth right here. And yeah, I like the way it flowed. I like the way it sounded. And I can see myself grooving to this driving at night through the city, man. So I like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It definitely felt like that late night. If I'm out, this one's definitely gonna be probably on that playlist. Definitely got graphic at the end, but you know, added some character to the song. I'm not too mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's all I got to say on that one.
Okay. I liked it, man. Like I said, it was definitely gritty. I think this is the closest we're gonna get from like a love song from like Westside Gunn. Like this is it. Like, and I'm good with that. I don't want to hear him talking about taking chicks on shopping sprees and then singing on the hook. Like we saw that from 50. Like 50 literally talked about Ja Rule for singing on hooks and tracks, and then his second album he was doing the same thing, even on Candy Shop and Window Shopper. Man, and he was singing all over his next couple of albums. So absolutely. I don't want to see Westside Gunn do that. Like just get Trey Songz or Miguel to do the chorus. But I thought that was dope. I liked it. So I would give that one I'll give that one a 3. I give it a 3.5. I would run that one back.
I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Okay, Tom.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a 3.75. I'll run that back for sure. For sure. I'll revisit that joint.
I'm gonna give that one 3 1/4 because I feel like that's a song I'm a probably only listen to if I'm driving in the car at night. It's gonna need its own setting.
It's kind of graphic, man. You don't want to play that one too loud if people are around.
Oh yeah, windows are up though. Windows are up. I don't want any weird looks by any means. You know, I'm pulling up at a stoplight. Grandma looking over to the right. Hey, I'm sorry. I like the beat. I don't know.
It's out of my hand. There's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. Curly Renee gave it a 3.5. Gertrude T. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. I apologize. She gave it a 3.7. Amit gave it a 1.
A 1?
A 1.
This was
tough crowd.
The Math Wiz gave it a 3.5. Darren gave it a 3.5. I'm sorry, the Math Wiz gave it a 3.3 and Darren gave it a 3.5. Sheldon gave it a 2.5. Jennifer 3.25. Deetra, I always mess her name. Is it Deetra? Deetra, that's what it is. She told me. Deetra gave it a 3, and Crystal gave it a 3. Marquise Walker gave it a 4.0. Webb gave it a 3.5. I would give that one, like I said, a 3.5. 3.5. What about you, Tom?
I give it a 3.75.
Oh, you said that. My bad. 3.75. Okay. Well, that's cool, man. I think we got it all from there. And this next track is actually the last track. This is Steve Burr.
Are we already in?
Steve Barrett. I don't know if it's Bear or Burr, but
no, we on Rebirth.
Yeah, we didn't do Rebirth.
Oh snap! My trap.
Keisha Plum is back to back. That's probably why you got confused.
Yeah, and I actually let it go to the next one and stopped it right when it started. So Rebirth is the second to last track. We're about to get it going with that one in 3, 2, 1.
Oh Lord.
My bad. What y'all think?
That's it's a long fade out.
Yeah, it was.
They letting these seconds milk out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little talking piece at the
Oh
end.
no, there's more to it.
Oh, snap. There's more to it. Okay. Is it worth listening to, Tom? I'm not queuing it back up.
Nah, just
That's just a guy talking.
Okay.
was that Kanye at the top?
I don't know.
I don't know. I ain't
On
think
the
so.
on the do you feel that I'm feeling? Do you feel like I'm thinking free?
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you much about bro.
I mean, this is why I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about bro. I feel like I don't particularly like all the talking on the track. However, Miss Plum, I think she stopped right at the right moment. If she had went another stanza into it, I would have been like, all right, that's enough. But I feel like she stopped right at the right moment for me. Because then it would have knocked down a score for me. Right now, I'm somewhere around a 3.3. If she hadn't been on there, I probably would have been a 3.5, possibly 4. But I just don't need all that extra talking for me. It wasn't for me. But I think it's still a dope track. I like the slow grooves, so I'm a big fan of that. So I give it 3.4, 3.3, 3.4.
I'm gonna go with probably a solid 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. But I don't know if I'm gonna be running to get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it comes on, I'll be like, all right, yeah. That's probably about it. You know what I mean? Like, these other tracks, there's some other tracks I can't wait to get back to, but
Yeah.
this one here, it was just kind of there. Smooth in the back, but then that was about it. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the record was smooth, man. Another song on here that I'd rock with the sample. I probably won't be running back to it either. I'm gonna give it a flaccid 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, but there was a lot going on from the beginning to the end. Like the beginning of the song, I mean, not necessarily like the song in its entirety, but like beginning of the song with that Kanye interview little clip, or not even interview, but I think that was more one of his rants. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was from, but
yeah, somebody said DS said it was that TMZ clip.
Oh, okay, the Van Lathan joint then, but yeah, I mean, it was kind of busy.
Mm-hmm. Larry gave it a trizash. He didn't even rate it, just called it trizash.
Hilarious.
Johannes gave it a 3. Marquise gave it a 2.5. That boy Frank gave it a 3.5. And shout out to that boy Frank. He sent 5. He was like, my bad. I was wild for that instead of the 50.
Hilarious.
Lisa gave it a very soft 3. She's with you, Josh. Steven gave it a 3. DeMathwiz gave it a 2.5. Jennifer gave it a 2.5. Crystal gave it a 2. Webb gave it a 3. Vanessa gave it a 2.65. Dwayne T gave it a 3. Yoko gave it a 3 as well. Melissa gave it a 3. Amit gave it a 2.5. So everybody's kind of in the same range for the most part with this track right here. So yeah, it ranges between a 3, well, 2.5 and a 3.5 is what I'm seeing. Which isn't bad. We're kind of all on the same page with that. So now we're officially on the last track. And after that, we're going to rate that track and then we're going to rate the entire album. This last track is called Steve Bear. It's got Rome Streets on it as well. And we're going to get started on this one in 3, 2, 1. I cut it off. I cut it off. It's too much. I didn't like that. You're on your way to a really good album, and then you put that
Bro,
shit.
it keeps going.
I know. I scrolled through to make sure there was no more songs on it. It's just them talking. It's like, make that its own. Why not just close that out with a track as its own? It was longer than the song part. Why you do that?
I get it, but I don't. I get it, but I don't, man. Oh, to hear's hurt.
Why would you do that? Tone, you still listening to it?
Yeah. You gotta finish the track.
No, man. It ain't no more track. Ain't no more song. I scrolled through.
You gotta finish the track.
No, you don't, man. You know, all that goddamn talking.
Hey, the Kendrick Lamar skits were part of the Good Kid, Mad City.
And that's
Nah, you are not gonna put this next to Good Kid, Mad City, Tony, Anthony Baker the first.
Good. I'm not saying that it's good. I'm just saying it's part of the album.
And that is the only reason I didn't give Good Kid, Mad City a 10 out of 10 is because of all the skits.
Those skits
Really?
were fire, though.
Those were good skits.
I could have done without them. I want artists to start putting out albums without the sketches, the skits, and the interludes. Just give me all the tracks. Give me the option to listen to it. Like you be like, yo, FlyGod is an awesome God. No interludes, no skits. I'm in the car, seatbelt on, shoes off. I plan on staying here. All of these skits, like this at the end, that song was about to be a 3.54 for me. And then fucking 16 minutes of drunk Uncle Willie.
Oh, you're sick.
I'm so sick of this shit, man. Oh. It infuriates me, man. Like, why mess up a track like that? Fuck, man.
They paint the picture, though. This is why I'm not fully mad. This is what I was saying at the beginning, too, man. Like, you have skit tracks in this album, but then you also have some songs that have skits in it. So that's why I was just like, choose up. If you're going to go all in on one, do all in on one, but don't tuck more skits than what's being observed as only a certain amount through these little interludes and skits. But I get it and I don't get it. I already said that. But I say that because it's, like I said, it's being used to paint the whole picture of the album in its entirety. But it's too much, man. It's a lot. Someone's okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Look at this screen right here. This is what I mean by give me an album with no skits and no interludes. This is Tory Lanez's album. This is the first album. This had a 27 track list. You know why? Do you know why it had 27?
Because it's
28, I'm sorry. Because of the skits and the fucking interludes.
You got the whole thing downloaded, though.
I get it.
I don't have it downloaded. I do not have it downloaded.
Okay,
Don't do that.
I'm not mad at musical interludes. Skits are annoying unless they're done well. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Lil Brother. Shout out to De La Soul. But usually the skits are like, all right, come on. Yeah, and the Locks have some funny ones too. But yeah, it's just too many. Now interludes I like if it's musical. Like if it's a musical interlude, some of those can be really dope. Or if you put a skit or interlude in the beginning of an album like Illmatic, and then the rest is all music, no interludes. I'm with that too.
I just don't need that.
But this one here, this last little discussion in the project hallway, completely unnecessary.
Discussion? That was a full lecture.
Man, I was like, what's happening here?
I just don't need it. I don't need it, man. I feel like it added nothing to it. Oh man, whatever, man. Let's just go ahead and rate the whole thing, man.
Oh man.
What are y'all feeling?
It was forgettable on the end, but I will say this: the feature spot from Rome, he came in tough.
He did.
Mm-hmm. And I might play his verse back because I love the way he came in on the track.
And that's one of my main problems with like sketches and interludes being forced into a song. In a case like this, where I want to run it back, I want to put it on repeat, walk away, do what I need to do around the house while I'm listening to it. I don't want to have to keep running back to the speaker or to the iPad and hitting back so I don't have to hear all of that. When I could put a song on repeat, learn the words to it, really learn the rhythm, learn the ones that I want to rap along to, like, you don't want to rap the whole verse, but it's a couple lines like, oh yeah, I'm rapping that when he say that part. But now you can't do that because you got to listen to Drunk Uncle Willie for 10 minutes after a 2-minute and 20-second song. And it's just like, why you do that?
Right.
Sick of this shit, man.
But Rome killed it though.
He did, indeed. Rome did kill it. Yeah, man, it's gonna be hard for me to rate this one as high as I would have given it. Like I said, I would have gave it a 4, and now I'm gonna give it a 2.
Man.
Whoa, that's petty.
A 2?
I said what the fuck I said, Joshua. Now it's a 2.
That's a little too petty, man. How about a 3?
I was gonna go
How
flash
about
at 3.
how about a 1.5, Tone? How about a 1.5?
That's not.
You're not being true to the actual song part of it.
I am, Tone, because for me to enjoy a song, like we always talk about, like you say you're gonna go back to a song. When you go back to a song because you want to listen to it, you really want to listen to it, you're gonna listen to it 2 or 3 times, which means you're gonna put it on repeat more than likely, right? So if you put it on repeat, you're dedicating yourself to listen to that whole track in its entirety. You're not going to listen to this whole track in its entirety.
When I do a repeat, I just hit the skip button. I skip it back to the beginning. I don't just have it set to repeat.
They created this feature and you just don't use it at all because you think you're too good for repeat?
I'm walking, I got the phone in my hand, or the phone is, everything is like closed. So I started over.
Especially if you get excited, you're like, woo!
Yeah.
Run that back.
That's something different though, Josh. That's something different from like running it back from the verse. Like, I want to hear that verse again. That's different from like, I would run this track back a couple of times.
All right.
When somebody says I run this track back a couple of times, you putting that joint on repeat. Or even if you're hitting it here, it's still like you can't enjoy this whole song because it has this diatribe for 10 minutes about nothing. Ain't no financial gain and just nothing.
I mean, it took us nowhere though. I was really hanging in there with the conversation. I was like, It was like I got caught in the hallway and y'all just left me there, and I was just standing there by myself. Still.
So,
what would y'all give? What would y'all give the track?
the track or the album?
The track. Then we'll do the album.
Oh man, I checked out.
Checked out before Rome. I mean,
no. Rome had me. I was locked in with.
After Rome, they went into the hallway.
Yeah, man. That's why they kept walking. I was outside. Like the conversation was just fading the whole time, just because they were going through it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna give the track a 2.5 because I can't give it what I want it to. It's not even like it was a 10-second skit. If it was a 10-second hallway conversation, Tone's sick right now, man. Tone is sick. It was more than the duration of the actual musical element of the song. I can't give it more than a 2.5, bro. Personally, I can't do it. I can't.
And you talked about me for giving it a 2, Josh, and you gave it a 2.5.
2.5 is a lot different than you being petty for saying 1.5. Say I won't. Joshua say I won't. Man,
That's
why?
petty.
What's the point?
That's petty.
What's the point? This Tone would say
2.
You standing firm in the pettiness.
2.
I'm giving it a hard 2.5, soft 3. Up until the hallway, of course. But Rome, man, that Rome verse, I'm coming back, so you got to get credit for that.
That's why I got a 2 instead of a 1.5.
That's why I gave it a 2.5 instead of a 2.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, all right, let's tally up the scores for the total, man. What are we feeling about FlyGod is an Awesome God 2?
I'm gonna give it a flaccid 3. Overall, flaccid 3. I thought the beat selection was amazing. I think the features outweighed some of the performance in the skits and everything else that was going on in this album. But there might be 1 or 2 joints that I'm gonna go back and actually play, or want to go back and play, I should say. Because I gotta kind of skim it to see where everything's at, because I don't quite recall.
Okay.
But flaccid 3.
I'm
outside, man.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I'm gonna give it a soft 3.3. It would have been a 3.5, 3.6 had it not closed out like that. If this song wasn't at the end and I was looking for that hot fire to go out on, it would have been a 3.6 for me. But with this song being the ending and that's how they did it, No.
Can't do it.
3.3.
I'm closer to here. I'm gonna give it a 3.37.
3.37.6.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He rounded down. I'm not mad.
5. Can't give it a 3.5, but it's at like a 3.37. And some
Why
good.
don't you give it a 3.4, Tony? I'm sick of your shit. Just give it a 3.4.
Nah, because it's not really at the 3.4 level, because that's too close to the 3.5, but it's right above like the 3.36. So I'm gonna give it a 3.37.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen Tahir this flustered about an album before, though.
Man, the pettiness and then just the
Was it expectation or
docking? He's docking this album just profusely.
I don't like that, man. I was invested in this project. You understand me? I was invested. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get in the car. I'm finna go pick up my daughter. I was ready to get in the car and knock this joint, right? And now I'm just like, I might come back to it.
you're about to put Alfredo on, though?
Oh, yeah. Alfredo has been constantly in rotation. I'm not going to lie about that.
Have you listened to that in the old school?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's that ride?
Great.
Oh, man.
Great. I love it, man. Alfredo is just a player. It's a player-ass album. And this is, too. Don't get me wrong. Westside Gunn has an amazing flow. He has a great ear for beats. He's like a more rugged Rick Ross when it comes to having an ear for beat. That's one thing Ross can do. Ross has an amazing ear for beats. Mm-hmm. You know, from picking them from the producers and the beat makers, obviously. And I feel the same way about Westside Gunn. He had some great beat selections. Like, I think 2 of the best beats that weren't used were the interludes. Like, those beats were fantastic. I wish I would have had more of that, but I didn't need all the sketches, didn't need all the talking. I didn't need it. Just give me the music. You niggas want to talk. Y'all put out an album with you doing inspirational speeches, or you have an interview with somebody asking you about your old life. That's what you do all the talking for. We want the music. I want the music.
Especially coming off of Pray for Paris. His last album. That's the thing too. He just put something out in April. Like, I don't know if he was just like, oh, I'm feeling this, whatever's going on. Let me just work on something, put it out. I don't know if he's got like a little challenge going with himself on how much music he can make. Mm-hmm. But I enjoyed that one. Like, I still play some records off of that, but I don't know. I do not know about this one.
Yeah, I'll just be coming back for pieces rather than the whole meal. So I'll just be coming in, like, you know, getting a little piece here and there and then dipping back out.
Get some sides. I'm just gonna grab the mac and cheese.
Get the mac and cheese.
Get some of these green beans real quick, and all right, that's all I want. I'm out.
You know.
All right, well, there it is, man. There it is. It's been another episode of Best Silent Listening Party. Thank y'all so much for watching. Today we were reviewing Westside Gunn's new album, FlyGod is an Awesome God 2. We all gave it an overall rating. Thank y'all for watching, and we will catch y'all next Friday. We always put it out Thursday, what we're listening to, so y'all always be looking out for that. And yeah, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Be safe out there. Peace.